Hi friends, welcome to the Nationalist View. This is a space where we decode the issues shaping India's security, geopolitics, and future. I'm your host Arun Anand, and today we are diving into one of the most enduring and troubling realities of the independent India: the persistent pattern of Pakistan origin terrorism or the Pakistan sponsored terrorism. A recent NatStrat special edition titled Chronology of Pakistani Origin Terror Attacks on India 1947 to 2025 lays bare a stark continuum. Uh, from the tribal invasion of Kashmir in 1947 to the hybrid warfare and proxy networks of the present day, the use of terrorism as an instrument of state policy has remained disturbingly consistent as far as Pakistan is concerned. To help us unpack this, we are joined by Senior Research Associate from NatStrat, Siddhant Hira. Siddhantji, welcome to the show and thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule.
Thank you for having me, sir. Always a pleasure.
So, Siddhantji, my first question is if you can take our viewers, briefly through this report which you have, with which you have come out, which basically kind of document all the terrorism related incidents in India done by Pakistan from 1947 to 2025. But what are the other key characteristics and why this report is important?
Firstly, thank you for having me, sir. And we published this report because we felt that there is a requirement to have what India is facing right from the time of partition, right up to Pahalgam and beyond to the more recent Red Fort attack, bomb blast. Of course, that is not covered, but it comes under the same Pakistani playbook. So essentially, what this document does, it serves to have all attacks that Pakistan has conducted against India on Indian soil in one consolidated place. So we have used a number of Indian but also Pakistani sources to essentially compile this chronology of attacks. And in today's day and age, as we all know, information is extremely important. So this will actually serve as a good terrorism studies or India Pakistan.
So how has this Pakistan origin terrorism, in India evolved over all these years or all these decades? So do you see a pattern in that? If and are there any specific characteristics? Basically, is there a common denominator? So how do you look at the evolution of Pakistan originated terrorism in India?
So, like you previously mentioned in the introduction, sir, it started in 1947-48 with the tribal invasion. And essentially, it is become Pakistani policy to have continuous low intensity attacks in terms of a bleed India by 1,000 cuts policy. So the point for Pakistan from their perspective is that you keep conducting attacks to keep India unstable, insecure, have a fearful population. And this strategy of Pakistan's actually had evolution, like you said. So 47-48, you had these tribal irregulars with Pakistani army officers come in to India, into Kashmir. Then in the period between the 1960s to the 1980s, that is when Punjab and Kashmir became very active from Pakistan in terms of hijackings, providing support to groups like Al Fatah and Khalistan networks. Targeted assassinations abroad took place as well. So this essentially indicated that Pakistan was shifting fairly early to provide covert transnational terrorist sponsorship. So that was till the 80s. 1989, Kashmir blew up. And you had groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, which essentially established extensive training camps, infiltration routes, and conducted a lot of ideological indoctrination. And all of this was actually institutionalized under the patronage of Pakistan's external intelligence agency, Inter-Services Intelligence. Now, the next period is post 9/11, when you had major attacks in India, Parliament 2001, Mumbai 26/11, Pulwama 2019. During this period, tactics diversified and included Fidayeen attacks, coordinated urban sieges, IED bombings, and cross border raids. But all of this was actually blended with cyber propaganda and narco terrorism dimension. So that is the new aspect in the post 9/11 strategy of Pakistan against India. You had a more diverse across domains strategy.
So, but what exactly, if you can, elaborate a little bit on, there's a lot of talk about low intensity or hybrid warfare tactics these days. So, what exactly is a hybrid warfare? If you can, just break it down, the fundamentals of it, and how Pakistan is carrying it out.
Right. So hybrid warfare is actually a combination of any strategy that can be used as a tool. It does not have to be only military and firing weapons, shooting missiles, so to speak, kinetic in that sense. It also involves propaganda, cyber warfare, narco terrorism, funding, online radicalization, then narcotics via drones. So all of that is there, but it also includes single person, lone cell, lone wolf attacks, which are which have a small impact, but the important point is that when a small impact like this is done multiple times with great frequency, when you look at the broader picture, that is when you cause more chaos and fear among the population. So it should not be that, okay, a lone attack has happened and taken in isolation. It should be looked at as part of the broader strategy of happening multiple times. So this is essentially hybrid warfare is a combination of all these various tools happening simultaneously with some degree of frequency and regularity. For example, during Operation Sindoor, uh, there this has recently come out that India's Central Industrial Service Force actually defended hydroelectric power projects in Uri. So this again is not a traditional military strategy, not in conventional warfare at least. But I believe that Pakistan has learned this from China, that you have a conventional war taking place, but you also target your power infrastructure. China's done it in 2021, even during Galwan when Mumbai's power grid was cyber attacked.
So, as we move ahead, so how do you look the future roadmap in terms of the security challenges which India is going to face as far as Pakistan is concerned? Because we have seen recently now General Asim Munir, Field Marshal Asim Munir or General Asim Munir, so he has got an iron grip. Pakistan as a democracy, though it was always more like a banana republic, but now it has that facade is also over now. And it's a pretty volatile situation with the Islamic radicalists, kind of dominating the political sphere as well as the society also. Because I always have a theory, Siddhanji. And
Hmm.
I also want you to comment on that it has been very systematically, there has been an attempt to try to project that the Pakistani society is not as bad as, the Pakistani establishment or Pakistani military is. But the fact of the matter is that Pakistan society is also totally radicalized. And this is just a facade, that this people to people relation will, kind of. So the Pakistan society is very tolerant and is very kind of friendly towards India. So I think it's a facade which has been deliberately created. So overall, going ahead, now Pakistan is our neighbor. So how do you see the future roadmap and what are the challenges for India? How we should be looking at it in terms of dealing it?
So I would say that now every time Pakistan will do some attack against India, they will with greater frequency use front organizations. The Resistance Front is a recent and now well-known outfit that Pakistani state is using. There will be hybrid identity militants. Essentially, you will have a mixture of local and foreign modules, which makes it very difficult when it comes to attribution. So all of this is again hybrid warfare because the lines not clear between civilian. Red Fort blast, what I found very interesting was that even till we speak right now, no terrorist organization has claimed responsibility. In every attack, there is always some organization which is the first to say that, okay, I did it. Sometimes you will have competing claims as well. We know it is Jaish-e-Mohammed because our agencies have found out and believe it to be Jaish-e-Mohammed, but Jaish-e-Mohammed has not claimed responsibility. So this is something that we need to think about, that what does it mean when the perpetrator of an attack does not claim responsibility. So just something to think about. Now, you mentioned Field Marshal Munir. I actually have a slightly different opinion or just an add-on to him having an iron grip. Reports have also emerged that I can't verify, but reports have emerged that there is some lack of coordination, cohesion in fighting among the Pakistani establishment between the military leadership as well as with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. The Pakistan military is not very happy with Field Marshal Munir's recent legislative actions, and also some senior army commanders in Pakistan believe, they should have been promoted. So all of this is also going on. We don't know how true it is, but otherwise, yes, you are right in saying that as Field Marshal, he has an iron grip. It is very difficult to go against the military view. If you do, you're generally silenced. Which brings me to what you raised regarding the population and people to people ties. I agree with you that yes, population is fairly against India in that sense. They have been indoctrinated to an extent, but at the same time, those who do wish to speak to, which is where we need to see that, okay, what is the reality there? How much are people willing to speak out against Pakistan? There is that fear that they can't spoke. Just something that I felt was something slightly different there.
So thank you, Siddhanji. And
But in terms of,
yeah, please go ahead.
no, no. Just wanted to add
Yeah,
that
please.
in terms of what can India do in the future in terms of protecting ourselves, there will be a need starting immediately for actually a deep integration of cyber operations, encrypted communications, drone usage. But all of this needs to be taken into account with cross border terrorism nexuses and involving the international community. India needs to make its case more frequently in the context of hybrid warfare, that this has been a strategic shift from Pakistan, and therefore you need to be able to attribute attacks as vulnerable population is not kept in doubt, not thinking that okay, what is happening, because these days keeping your population aware is extremely important, and it's actually forms a very good first line of defense, having an aware population. So, yeah.
So, thank you, Siddhanji, for taking time out from your busy schedule and having this quick chat. And we will be exploring the more aspects of this report with Siddhanji in some of the more episodes. And of course, we'll continue to watch basically India's security concerns and continue to have an eye on the geopolitics also. And thank you, Siddhanji, so much. And it's a fabulous report. We are going to share the link of this report from where you can download it in the description box also. So you can download it. It's free of cost, and then you can have a look at it. And thank you for watching. And if you have liked this video, please share it, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back soon with another video, another conversation. Thank you so much, Siddhanji, once again.
Thank you so much, sir. Looking forward to it.